So when Royce in the 16 Commandments of Poon says, make her jealous, people lose their minds, but he's 100% right, because women don't want a guy to cheat, but they love a man who could cheat. They don't want him to cheat, but they love a guy who could cheat. Because what that guy is he's high value, and it's confirmed by third parties. That's what I mean by passive dread. So when that woman at the restaurant flirts with you, that's passive dread, because it's a woman from the outside, and you are confirmed to be, at least in a sort of lizard brain sense, you are confirmed to be a guy that other men want to be and other women want to bang. And here it is in black and white, because this girl is flirting with you. And good game, using dread game in a passive sense, and not actively going and saying, hey, and actually actively going and flirting with that girl, having that girl flirt with you and not rebuffing that, and not trying to play it down with the girl and saying, no, baby, you're the only one for me. I would never go with a girl like that. That's what most guys will do. But instead of doing that, lean the other way. Say, hey, I'm sorry. It's just, look at me, right? Yeah, I guess I'm a high value guy. You can agree and amplify, and you can do lots of other different ways. There's lots of ways to sort of play on passive dread. But what guys will tell you is like, well, you can't make her so uncomfortable all the time. And if she fears that she's going to lose you, then she's going to leave you anyways, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, that right there is your form of dread. It's you dreading the loss of that girl. If that's the way you feel about it, then you shouldn't be with that girl in the first place. She should be comfortable. She should be flattered that other women find you attractive. She should be flattered that other men want to be with you. And most likely she is. But you're shooting yourself in the foot because you think that it shouldn't be that way, because you're still stuck in your blue pill way of thinking, your old order way of thinking. So if she gets a little pissy, if she gets a little out of pocket because some other girl found you attractive via passive dread, what that is her sense of loss. That jealousy instinct, that means she has value in you. And also it's a confirmation of your frame, because she's sort of powerless against your charms for other women, right? So I'm not saying that you got to be like this, all full of yourself and conceited and go out and active dread would be this. I'm going to go to the waitress at the restaurant or the bar or whatever and start chatting her up and flirting with her while my girlfriend or whatever is sitting right beside me. That's active dread. Passive dread is when that female waitress, whatever, or the hot girl comes to me, starts flirting with me, and I kind of go with it. I don't rebuff it. I don't try to push it away. I don't try to in any way diffuse the jealousy of the girl that's with me. Now, I'm not going to bang the girl that's coming up and flirting with me, but I'm going to use that passive dread that she's giving me to reinforce what I've got going on with the girlfriend. This is why guys, when they self-deprecate, when you hear guys who introduce their wives or their girlfriends or whatever, whenever they're self-deprecating, that's because they think that self-deprecation is in some way complimenting that girl, their wife or their long-term girlfriend or whatever. And it's also in the same breath diffusing that jealousy or what they think might be jealousy. And so therefore it's not about them. It's always about her, right? Oh, here's my better half. Here's the little woman kind of thing. Behind every man, behind every successful man, there's a woman. And well, if you go along with that, you are only playing into the sense that you are necessitous and you're not the guy that other women want to bang and other men want to be. So that's the essence of dread right there. And remember this. I mean, there's three things you really need to consider in this. The first one is imagination, and using dread in the sense of active dread and passive dread, and looking for those opportunities for it. So there's that. There's also, remember that jealousy is required for a woman to have any kind of intimate valuation of you. She has to fear losing you. She has to fear. And I don't mean fear. She should be concerned enough. Let's just say, I hate to use it. Like, I have to be very, very careful when I use terms like I say fear or dread or whatever. Like, oh man, he's trying to push he's trying to push the woman down. I'm like, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that there has to be a sense of a fear of loss, a sense that there is value in you and she doesn't want to lose that. And then there's also the complementarity that goes along with this. So when you are proven to be high value, when you are a step above her, and other women are acknowledging this, or even other men are acknowledging this, like professionally or personally, whatever, when they're acknowledging that, that is a reflection, that is an association on her. Because the guys who self-deprecate, they're saying, yeah, I'm a schmuck and a loser, and you're so much better than me, honey. I can't, it must be an act of God, because there's only one reason for that, right? Because I'm lower than you and you're higher than me. So thanks for lowering yourself to be with a schmuck like me. That is an insult to her. But what is a compliment to her is that other women might be attracted to you, even after you're with her, right? Even if you've been married for 5 years, there's other women that, because you've done so much with yourself and you're such a high value guy, that women are like, you know, you screw up, honey, I'm right here, kind of thing. And that's not really what's being said consciously and cognitively. It's what the imagination, and that's the part 3, the imagination is working within that woman. Passive dread is based on imagination, and there's nothing wrong with stoking it. There's nothing wrong with working within that. I'm not saying don't make her comfortable and don't make her, you know, it's okay, I'm with you kind of thing. You know, reassurance is one thing. But the fact that there's jealousy means that there's love, that there is some sort of investment, that woman wants to be with you. Again, because they know that in the long term, they're going to be more necessitous for longer than you are, versus the potential you have to be a high value guy. So there you have it. That is dread in a nutshell. There's a lot more to it. I'm going to kill it here at 30 minutes because I don't want to go too much over. But that is dread from a basic sense. There's other aspects of it, like how to stoke it and how to be a little bit more efficient with it. But that's a good overview. So anyways, I am going to end this here, and